And this, I made a post about this, and I think overall they're doing a pretty solid job regarding the likeness here. Although I did notice that the chin, like the face sculpt, it's not the same length as the anime. So I don't know why they've shortened it there. Don't know why they've done that. And also this part right here, I don't know why there's that kind of like bump there, kind of like weird. So hopefully they can rectify that or do with that or whatever, you know. And of course this doesn't have any sideburn either. You see a sideburn right there, I believe, but right here no sideburn. So hopefully they can you know, hopefully the final product will have the sideburns or whatever as well. But overall, apart from those issues, those things, you know, this is like a very, very solid likeness. So this is really what the DF Super Saiyan 3 Goku should have been looking like. Bandai should be looking like, you know, more or less what they should be looking like, right? Like this is what something called FiguARTS should be aiming for, right? Make the figures look like plastic versions of the source material. Don't make that generic Toys R Us, Kmart, kids aisle garbage and talk about art, okay? It's not art. At least it's not good art, okay? This is what we need to see, apart from the issues. This is what we need to see from all studios. All studios. All who claim to be making FiguARTS or anything like that. We need to see this artistic quality, okay? Enough with the generic garbage. Enough with the KW generic garbage. Enough with DF's generic stuff. Enough of that. Enough of that. Let there be a new era, okay? Let there be a new era. We're in 2026, dude. We're in 2026. Almost at the year 2030, right? And allegedly, action figures keep improving. They keep improving, right? So why can't you just make this? What are you always improving to? Why are you always improving but never actually making something good? Right? You can't be always improving but not actually ever making something good. It's 2026, dude. Enough of that generic nonsense. Let that stuff die in 2025, 2026, whatever. Let that stuff die. Let the era of genericness die. Okay? Enough of that. I want to see artistic products from all studios going forward. That's what I want to see. You want to call it art, you want to call it figure art, you want to call it an adult collectible or whatever. I want to see high level artistic quality from all studios going forward. That's what I want to see. Enough of the generic nonsense. If you want generic figures, buy Dragon Stars. You want generic figures, buy Dragon Ball Evolve. Right? If you want generic figures, buy those things. But if you're talking about FiguARTS, $100 adult collectibles and all this sort of stuff, dude, I want to see the source material in figure form. That's what I want to see. I don't want to buy a Toys R Us exclusive for $100, okay? Enough of that nonsense. Enough of that nonsense. We're in the year 2026, dude. 2026, dude. We're almost in the year 2030, dude. Why are we still making generic nonsense near 2030? Why? And I talked about this also on my wrestling channel in my video about the the bone crunching action figures that Mattel should remake or whatever. Even Mattel, right? We're in the year 2030. Well, we're almost at 2030, dude. And Mattel still often misses with the wrestling figure head sculpts, man, making, you know, stuff that doesn't look good and stuff. Some of them look good, yes, but a lot of them really miss the mark. And I'm like, dude, you're scanning people, all this technology and stuff, True FX and whatever, and still making these head sculpts that don't look good. Why? Why? Dude, we're almost at the year 2030, dude. 30! And we're still making generic figures? And calling them adult collectibles? What is this? Let those die in the past, okay? When I was, 7 years old or 10 years old or whatever, okay, generic figures, whatever, who cares? I'm going to probably destroy them, fake wrestling them or whatever. Okay, who cares? But if you want to talk about the adult collector, adult collectibles, FiguARTS, premium Bandai, all this stuff, dude, make something that looks good. Make stuff that looks good if you're claiming that these are for adults, okay? I don't want to buy something that I should be finding in aisle 3 at Toys R Us for $100, man. Enough of this nonsense. Make this or stop calling it art, okay? It's ridiculous. We're in the year 2026. Enough of this nonsense. Apart from the issues I mentioned, this is what you should be aiming for, artistically speaking, okay? Talking about an adult collectible and making generic nonsense. No, enough of that. Enough of that, okay? Enough of that.